Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. I appreciate having you here, being part of the conversation, because your energy, your presence is definitely contributing to the content of the channel, the messages that come through, and what I'm able to share with you here. Let's get started right away. I have a few decks today that I want to choose, including the new deck that I've been promising, the Dreaming by Tarot. So I'll use it for the main read. I also have my angel therapy deck to pull some advice from the angels today. I feel like it is in need at the moment. I do have Hermit Tarot if we have time to get some messages between the twins, and I'm going to start with the Spirit Junkie Oracle. We'll get some affirmations, we'll get some beautiful messages from Gabby Bernstein's deck. All right, let's get started. And of course, remember that take only what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. I must say it's so good to be back home in terms of preparing the readings and having all my setup and my decks and my light and just everything that's become so convenient. So yeah, I'm still recalibrating today because I had a full day yesterday. I was going back and yeah, I just had a busy day even after I got back. So this weekend is me getting back to my usual order of things, but I have caught up on all the messages, everything and anything that I needed to respond to you on. I have done it, and if you are looking for a personal reading and you just wanted to make sure that I get back and there are no delays, I am back. I don't plan to do any travel anytime soon, so go ahead and book that reading with me and we'll get it sorted within the next day or two. Right now, I'm dealing with those requests pretty quickly. Okay, what do we have for Divine Feminine first of all? And of course, remember, if you like what I'm doing, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, share the video, add a comment, make yourself known. Okay, we have two cards that are kind of a little bit similar to me. It has flowers, similar flowers, similar colors as well. One is I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. And I would add to this gifts and challenges that I've been given, because those challenges help us uncover the gifts. And the second one is I communicate with ease and grace. People are willing to embrace what I have to say. They're very much light worker energy to me, right? Speaking about the gifts that we'll have and being able to share those with the world, right? Being the master teacher, to allow yourself to kind of carry through the downloads and the messages. And of course, we all come from very different backgrounds. That's the beauty of the Twin Flame community, right? That we all have very different background. Now, vocabulary could be different. Our accents will be different, right? What we focus on, it will be dictated from our beliefs, right? Kind of Twin Flame religion that we're part of, because there are different schools of thought on this topic. So it will still be different, but it's important that whatever feels natural to you, that you let it happen, that you surrender to it. And even like sometimes it can be just communication with your kids, or with your significant other, or with a neighbor, or with a hairdresser, right? Those things count as well. Don't think if you already have your own practice that it only matters when you're doing your light work, like specifically like dedicated time when you're doing work. No, it's supposed to be a lifestyle. That's the whole point. What do we have for Divine Masculines now? Next weekend I will be doing a special reading for the Lionsgate portal, the 8/8 portal, so tune in for that. It's gonna be massive. It's usually pretty important. This year it's gonna be unprecedented version of important. I can expand time when I'm inspired. Wow, this is like next level stuff. For Divine Masculine, this is like out of this world, if they notice these things. And it's almost like I get this not just with time, but with energy as well. Like suddenly they get this extra resource of energy when they are inspired. Okay, let's get to our new deck, the Dreaming Way Tarot. Let's see what we have for Divine Feminine energy today. What do we need to know about the collective energy? We have Chariot and Six of Wands. Wow. And both of them with the horses. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'll speak about it in a minute. What do we have for Divine Masculine? What's going on with Divine Masculine today? Three of Swords. What's happening in the connection? What's the energy of the twin flame connection today? Whew. Knight of Swords. Beautiful energy. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. Okay, let's clarify. Let's clarify Six of Wands in the Chariot. It's a 6 and a 7. Clarified by the Chariot. I love when it happens. That's a good one. Let's clarify Three of Swords. It's like, you know, the guides are telling me like, you already had 2 cards there. Have enough information. Okay, Nine of Swords. Please clarify Knight of Swords for the connection energy. Ooh, I got you. Justice. Ooh, love this card. We had it, I think, just yesterday. It seems so familiar. Okay. So for Divine Feminine, I'm not gonna bring the second Chariot card. It's just, we know that Chariot, yeah, kind of makes up the energy. So yeah, definitely similar landscape, horses, all that stuff. So important part is that Divine Feminine is empowered to be the leader and the active participant in this connection. So it's like you're showing your DM the way, and maybe it doesn't sound you know, too feminine or like it's what the DF is supposed to be doing, but spiritually, energetically, it's exactly how it's supposed to be. And then it kind of unfolds into 3D too. And as much as Divine Masculine may not want to admit it, or not at first, they will be following your lead in how they make changes in a 3D way. So it's very important to, these two are great cards, and I love this for the energy because they're both positive. They're about moving forward and reaching success, essentially, right? It's reaching success because you put intention into it, because you're not just moving around like avoiding obstacles or surviving, right? No, you know where you want to go and you're consciously going there. That's what is bringing the result. That's what's bringing the success. Love it. That's what's helping you uncover your talents naturally. For the masculines, it's a little bit more painful of a situation. We have Three of Swords clarified by Nine of Swords. So yeah, there is some pain and fear on DM side, and it's mostly that they will not be able to fulfill the role of the Divine Masculine, you know, the way that they think they're supposed to. So there is a certain fear, right? So this is the opposite energy of what we have here, of inspiration, right? This is a blocked heart chakra with Three of Swords, the heartache, right? And hence block of the channel to the source. So yeah, divine masculines are in that process of accepting and healing. It's almost like they realize how blind they have been all this time. That's what I'm getting. How much they didn't understand, how many bad choices they've made. And it's all coming down to them at the moment as we're approaching the 8-8 portal. They're starting to realize that, like in big amounts. And it takes time for them to process that information and to stop beating themselves up for it. And also to stop hurting that they've missed some opportunities. And they've hurt you, Divine Feminine, and probably some other people, because they didn't see the full picture. They were not inspired. Now, when they are able, at least to move between these, they're able to see the contrast. That's when the realization comes. But there's definitely more healing that needs to happen for them to be in a good place. So right now it's still pretty painful for them. For the connection energy, we have Knight of Swords clarified by Justice. So the twins have more faith that they are those noble knights that are supposed to save the humanity from darkness, right, from not knowing, from being low vibe. They're both seeing that that's when they get on the horse and they empower that vision, that's when things become balanced, and that's when that's when they feel like they are themselves, and that's when they're manifesting beautiful things into their life. That's when the justice is in play. Because when it's not like that, it feels like it's like that feels like that's a fair treatment, like they are in their place. But if they're trying to play small or to try to maybe help someone do their part, but it's hidden, it's kind of like undercover so that other people don't know, then it starts, or just procrastinating or whatever the other energy might be when we are not in full power. That feels like it's not fair. And it's not fair to the twin who is experiencing that, and to the world, and to those people who are waiting, who need help from this particular twin flame. So there is that realization. It's part of the overall realization of alchemy of energies and finding balance, right? This is like lesson 23, how you find balance in actively pursuing your goal, in being in public, showing the public who you are. In our case, like holding the sword, being on the horse, wearing that armor, right? Being yourself in this case. That takes courage, that takes power in our society, right? But that's like, it seems like the only good way out, or the only good solution. Okay, messages from the angels. Let's pull a message for Divine Feminine first. What's the angel therapy message? Crystals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps you with present situation. Wow, I will definitely take it into account for myself. And by the way, if you're interested in buying crystals for me, I have them available, amethysts and different kinds of quartz. So citrines as well. Let me know if you're interested. I will be able to share privately the pictures of the stones that I'm selling. But this wasn't a commercial break. If you're into crystals, if you have them around you, like I do here, for example, utilize that energy, employ it to help you out with your goals and what you're going through right now. That's the reason they're there, right? But like with the guys, you're supposed to put intention into this collaboration, into this dynamic. What do we have for Divine Masculine? What's the advice from the angels? Earth Angel. You're a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. Yeah, so we can see with the Three of Swords and Nine of Swords, that's what DMs are getting their head around. this concept, that this part, that they, with all the experience that they've been having, like the experiences, right, like the events that have been happening to them, how they help them now see the bigger picture, dive deeper into the templates of love, and become experts. Okay, we have still a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna pull some messages between the twins. So first, let's hear from DM. What would they like to tell DF? Okay, we have actually quite a few. What do you want? Reach out. I just want you all the time. And I know you from somewhere. So I know you from somewhere. This is the Six of Cups energy. Wow, this is pretty cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of like, you know, I feel this strong bond, and I want us to keep talking to each other. Don't disappear. Don't play silent on me. Don't be mad at me. Those kind of vibes. What do we have from feminines? Okay. We have, if I ask you to stay, would you leave? Then we have sex with you, and my love started when I met you. This is the Two of Cups card. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So we can see here that there is the connection on all levels, right? The physical, sexual one, the emotional connection, and also this is like the, so this is the wands, this would be the cups, and this is the pentacles to me. More about 3D stuff. If I asked you to leave, would you stay? So Divine Feminine is saying that they understand that Divine Masculine has the best intentions in mind, but sometimes the action that they take is puzzling and confusing. So DF is trying to kind of play out different scenarios of how it may go, or it would have gone if they said X or Y or Z, something like that. And this is one of the scenarios there. But I just want to say that don't get too hung up on those things. And that's part of the earthly experience, where we make decisions to the best of our ability, based on the information we have at the moment, based on the level of consciousness, emotional maturity, all of those things. So it's natural to be regretting certain decisions and conversations, but don't linger on it. Transmute it, forgive it, move on from it. Be happy that you can do much better now with the new information that you have and with the new experience that you have by now. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon.